The Government of Belize is planning to build two public administration buildings adjacent to the Eleanor Hall Building, colloquially referred to as the Finance Building on Independence Boulevard in Belize City. It is a proposal that intends to address renting multiple buildings and consolidating a fixed price. It will cost over $54 million, and the Social Security Board is partnering with G.O.B. for the construction of one of the two buildings.
Where the government is trying to get public infrastructure and working with the private sector to finance and execute the projects. In this case, it's for additional government buildings to be used for office space. And as we mentioned, the plan is to build two buildings, 120,000 square feet in total, adjacent to the Eleanor Hall Building. We had done the initial feasibility study to look at kind of modeling what the costs and revenue streams might look like for this project, and to sort of pitch to potential debt and equity investors. There's two equity investors. One is Government of Belize, and the other equity investor is Belize Social Security Board.
A public notice of investment has been placed in the newspaper announcing that the S.S.B. will lend $20,400,000 to Public Administration Campus SPV Limited, the company that is being created to manage the project. The partnership will see 3 directors appointed from S.S.B. and 2 from G.O.B. to oversee the operations for the construction of the 5-story climate-resilient and energy-efficient building.
As you know, in our banking system, Social Security has an influx of cash. We are very liquid, so we are looking for viable investments that we can put our money to best use so that we do not have to go back to contributors. That has been our ethos in terms of our investment portfolio. We're talking about a viable project. So yes, Social Security said if we are going to do this, we need to be in control. So in terms of the majority, it is Social Security who would have the majority seats as the equity partner in the company. And the special vehicle is just to facilitate the process, because Social Security is not in the business of doing construction, as you well know. So this company will be charged with the responsibility to manage the construction process and to manage the investment that we are making in this to build the buildings for G.O.B. and also to raise the additional equity. The entire project, as we said, is over $54 million, and Social Security is not putting up all that money. We are putting in as the equity partner and putting in a percentage in terms of the first building. So the company has to then raise by putting it out to other public investors who would want to join and benefit from this.
The S.S.B. will also invest an additional $7.9 million for a public-private partnership with G.O.B. for a new model for the construction and operation of the real estate development of the two buildings. At the end of the partnership term of 30 years, the ownership rights and responsibilities will be transferred to the Government of Belize.
It's a both, so it's build, own, lease, and transfer. So the company, Public Administration Campus Limited, it will be responsible to run a procurement and project management to get a firm or group of firms to actually execute the construction of the building. We're estimating, after we finish the procurement process, that it will take somewhere around 27 months. So that the analysis that the board will be responsible for is to see whether or not we believe the bids that we receive are credible to get it done within the suggested time frame. It's a long-term investment which kind of matches some of the structural portfolio needs of the S.S.B. We expect the debt repayment to be finished in about 20 years and the PPP arrangement to be finished in 30 years, and thereafter we expect that the building will be transferred. So the last part of it, build, own, lease. So the company will collect the lease payments and then pay creditors and dividends to the equity holders, and then transfer to the Government of Belize as a public asset at the end of a 30-year period.
What we like about the project is that we are guaranteed 100% rental of the building from the government. Initially at 4%, and Mr. McGann mentioned, we have 100,000 of rentable space. That's monthly, and you multiply, you can do the numbers in terms of the return on investment. And as we said, once we are able to manage a project successfully, making sure that the construction process is timely and within budget, then we are able to meet the expectations of the project, that it will be profitable. Social Security gets investment on its liquid that we cash that we have. Government gets the billing that you need, and it is still within a safe space.
Duane Moody for News 5.